Why hypergamy is her problem, not yours. Explained in 5 charts. All right, guys, so before we get started, this is going to be pretty data driven, so we'll just get straight to it. I want to get 3 assumptions out of the way in that first of all, you are an average, if you're an average male earner watching this video and you're making 50K, all right? I said average, but if you're making 50 to 55K per year or somewhere in that area, that's assumption 1. Assumption 2 is that you're making this money legally. Assumption 3 is that you don't have a lot of children. So you're not paying an excessive amount of child support. You're just a single man working as a single entity, okay? So we're gonna move to our chart, and we're gonna show you chart 1, and these are the average numbers from the census calculated for 2020 and 2021. And so you see in pink, these are non-female family households. So that means, of course, single people, right? And the pink shows in 2021 for women, it was 35,737. And in blue for males, it was 49,466. And then in the white, you see the numbers for households, which would be the average of single parent and multi-parent households. And so you can already see, if you're a man, and most likely if you're watching this video, you're probably a black man, but even if you're just a regular guy watching this video, you can already see that point number 1 is that you're already out earning the average black household as a single entity. So you can see that from these numbers here, okay? You're already out earning the average black household. You're pretty close to the average Hispanic household. Of course, you see the Asian household, and I guess that's a testament to 1, education, and 2, having a divorce rate that's lower than the national average. And that's an incredible number, but there we have it. So point 2, okay? Point 2, we're gonna look at these numbers from blackdemographics.com, and we can see on the left averages for black families or black people. So the average black earner is making, or per capita, 22,000. For the average man, he's making 40,370. Average woman, she's making 35,900, right? And so these numbers on the left represent black people, and on the right, they represent the national average. So you can see for the average man working in America, and these numbers are 2017, so it might be a little bit adjusted, ticking upwards of maybe 53 to 54,000. But if you are making that a salary that's close to 50,000, you are an above average American earner. You are right on the average or an above average American earner, okay? So I'm going to explain to you why that's a big deal. To be an average earner making 50,000, or be an above average or close to average, on average, or an above average earner in America. I'm going to explain to you why that's so important in this next slide here, okay? So if you are an above average earner, that would mean that you are an above average earner in the 4th highest average in the world. You can see Switzerland is above 6,000 a month. These are monthly averages, by the way. And this is from 2022 August. Okay, so the Singapore is 2nd, Australia would be 3rd, both of those above $4,000 US per month. And then there's America, where the average is 3,700-ish, okay? And so you could see right there, if you're making above $3,700 a month, you're making above average money. Your monthly average is the 4th highest average in the world. That's the 4th highest average, especially if you're a single man, okay? So we're going to show you these numbers in the next slide so you can see them. So there's America 4th at 37,021, and you can see Switzerland, and you can see as those numbers progress. And one thing you notice, and this is quite telling, is that if you're making $3,700 a month, you're out earning the average in Spain, Japan, Germany, France. You can see the countries on this list that you're out earning the average worker in, okay? Now you can take into account that they're paying higher taxes for socialized healthcare and the like, but that aside, you are still on average out earning workers in a great majority of the world, okay? And this is going to lead me to the fifth one, which is another chart from blackdemographics.com. And this is for average single millennials in America from 25 to 40. And you can see the amount of the graph that is 50K and up. And you can say the great majority of the graph is below 50K. And the last point here is that if you are making more than 50K, you are in the top 20%, 25%, probably in the top 1/6. You're in the top 20, top 15, 16% of workers if you're making above $50,000 under 40 years old. So I said all of this to say this. If you are walking around and you're getting this kind of overwhelming notion that you are just a dusty, you're not making enough money, that's laughable. It's laughable because when you look at the charts that show what kind of money you're actually making in relation to the rest of the world, if you're making $3,700 a month, this is what your salary looks like to the rest of the world. You see that red bar right there? That's what your salary looks like. You're not a dusty. And so the point of this video is that you are not, if you are a man who's fitting these criteria, you fit these criteria, and you're making this money. You're making this money with no kids, making it legally. You are making a top 4 average monthly salary in the world. And when I say hypergamy is not your problem, all you have to do is just take a look around bigger than where you are. That's simple math, gentlemen, simple math. So you cannot be a dusty if you're qualifying by making your money legally, making $50,000. Maybe you're a dusty in America, but here's the point. You don't have to worry about hypergamy. All you have to do is just look around, take a couple of trips around the world, and you could see what your competition looks like. The problem with hypergamy is for the lady friends watching this. They are trying to find someone making 55, 60, 70, 75,000. And you can see from this chart, there are not many of them. So when next time you hear some woman talking about he's got to make 6 figures, he's got to do X, Y, and Z, she is being delusional. And you, sir, you are the prize. And you know why you're the prize? Look at this chart here. Look at that. You see that red bar right there? That's you. With your $55,000 a year. That's you. And somebody, somewhere, would see you and see this red bar, and they would love every single bit of it. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please like and subscribe, and thanks.